The Revelation 12 sign culminates January 8, 2023. It appears to be the birth. I will show you how they are coding this date and all the date ranges having to do with the sign. The reason why they were coding December 26. I showed you how much they were coding 12/26/22, remember? Turns out they were coding 1/8, which is the Julian conversion. I'm going to show you the evidence in this video. However, remember the White House. Happy birthday, 39-year code.
Happy birthday, Doctor.
39 years old. 39 years old. 39.
The Revelation sign began 4/13/1980. I'll show you 39 years to 4/13/19, which is Julian 12/26, which is why they coded that. 4/13/1980. Virgo, mother of Manchild, 1290. April 13, 1980, 1290. So you can see Virgo, mother of Manchild equals April 13, 1980. So it's 39 years to the beginning of the tribulation from April 13, 1980. But what's even more incredible is there is a code for the Virgo sign in that amount of days. It's 13,678 days from April 13, 1980. So the beginning of the Revelation 12 sign was actually 4/13/1980, which is why they keep coding that. So the number of days in between those dates of the sign is 13,678. And 13,670 in Gematria equals appeared a great sign and wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, the moon under her feet, and a crown of 12 stars upon her head. And she, being with child, cried, travailing and birth, in pain to be delivered. And then the man-child. All of that equals 13,678. So April 13, 1980 to the Revelation 12 sign, 13,678 days. Appeared a great sign and wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, the moon under her feet, and a crown of 12 stars upon her head. And she, being with child, cried, travailing in birth, in pain to be delivered. The man-child equals 13,678. That's Revelation 1, 12, 1 and 2, and the man-child, which is even more incredible, okay? So that you can see that's Revelation 1 and 2 plus the phrase, the man-child. So 13,678 days from 1980, April 13, 1980. April 13, 1980, 1290. No wonder why they've been coding April 13, 1980. It's the sign, the Revelation 12 sign. So 13,678 days, and April 13, 1980 equals 1290 Virgo, mother of Manchild. April 13, 1980, 1290. So from 4/13/80 to tribulation, 4/13/19 is 39 years. And then to 1/8/23 equals 1367 days, which actually equals 39 years in Gematria. That's how amazing that is. That is why they signified it here.
Happy birthday, Doctor.
39 years old. 39 years old.
39 years in Gematria equals 1367. And it's 1367 days from 4/13/19 to 1/8/23. So 4/13/19 to January 8 is a total of 1367 days, okay? Beginning on April 13th, 2019, 2663 equals as birth pains on a woman with child. 2663. The first day of the 7-year tribulation, 2909, is April 13th, 2019, the end times, 2909.
39 years old. 39 years old.
It is 1367 days to January 8, 2023, from April 1319. 1367 equals 39 years in Gematria. That's why they were using the 39-year birthday code. 39 years, 1367 in Gematria, and it's 1367 days. In 2020, they were coding April 13th, 2019. This is cream backwards. She's wearing cream. The color appears cream as well. Cream. Cream is 119. Nissan 19 is April 13th. In this segment, everything is a code for April 13th, the 103rd day of the year.
How you doing,
Chris? How you
I'm
feeling?
doing Noah.
Noah is spelled Noach. He said, I'm doing in a real forced way. It's 103. The 103rd day of the year is April 13th. Noach is 102. Okay, so she whispers cream, then she looks at the column because 517 is the gematria for April 13. See, it's 517 there. And the Hebrew word for pillar or column is 517. We will revisit some of the Illuminati's coding regarding April 13 again to make it more clear, but if you haven't seen my previous videos, I would say definitely watch the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I would say, to get acquainted with April 13, 2019. The George Floyd fiasco and coding was coding the end of the first 42 months on October 11. Derek Chauvin equals 1065, which equals October 11, which is 3.5 years from April 13, 2019. So you see October 11 there, and you see the 846, which was symbolized by George Floyd. So Derek Chauvin was October 11, which is 3.5 years after the beginning of the 7-year tribulation, as you can see. George Floyd equals 119, and April 13 was on Nissan 19. George Floyd equals 634, which equals 103. The 103rd day of the year is April 13. So you see how heavily they were coding April 13 in combination with October 11th, as it was the first 3.5 years of tribulation. However, the days are being cut short. In my last video, we saw 1226 being coded heavily with wormwood. However, 1226 is 1-8 Julian, so 1-8-23. So I showed the communications in December are all pointing to December 26th. Turns out they were coding January 8th, and I'm going to show you that in this. However, all the codes for 1226 still stand. If they switched the calendars, all the gematria would still be valid. So the calendar being switched would mean that the gematria still is in effect. All of the gematria that pointed to Wormwood December 26th that we found. If you haven't seen my last couple videos, watch them and you'll understand what I'm saying. 8th of January 2023, 4803. For as a snare it will come upon all those dwelling on the face of the whole earth. 4803. So that's 1367 days from the beginning of tribulation. Michael to rescue the chosen from end times. 1367. 1367 days from April 13th is January 8th. Kelly codes. It's over, and I'll explain why she uses this code.
Oh, it's over.
Right.
She looks at the spire and a building with windows darkened. 174. Spire 174 equals 1515 equals 8th of January. So she says it's over. One, she codes 8th of January. It's because 3/11/20, the official date for to January 8, 2023, is it's over amount of days. 1034 equals it's over. That's why she used that code symbolizing that. Okay?
Oh, it's over.
Right.
It's
1034 days. It's over. It looks at the spire and the building because it equals 8th of January 1515. It's over January 8th of January 2549. Rapture, righteous Christians, destruction of the earth. 2549. Beast, Barack Hussein Obama, reign will be cut short. 2549. It's over January 8, 2549. It's over 8th of January 2549. These codes are interesting. 2549. Rapture, righteous Christians, destruction of the earth. Elijah prophesied clothed in sackcloth and so 1277 and 89 days, that equals 1367 equals 2549. Beast, Barack Hussein Obama, reign will be cut short. 2549. It's over 8th of January 2549. This brings us back to this code. So Ryan and Kelly, I'll show a clip. They've been coding 1980.
What are the tricks we can plan ourselves to prolong the buildup? To prolong the buildup, right?
April 13, 1980, they've coded very much, but why? April 13, 1980 to 4/13/2019 is 39 years. And then 4/13/2019 to January 8 is 39 years in code. It equals 1367.
Right?
prolong the buildup of the
this-
beginning of the end.
Right?
Prolong the buildup of the
this-
beginning of the end.
Right?
Prolong the buildup of the
this-
beginning of the end.
Code equals 2019, so confirming April 13, 2019.
Day,
beginning.
December 1. Welcome to the show. How fast will this month go?
Here they code April 14th, 2019, one day after the beginning of 7 years. How fast will this month go? First, they coded 4/13/1980, then they coded the year 2019, and then they coded one day after the tribulation began at 4/13/1980. It's all because of the Virgo timeline and sign, and we will go over it again soon.
Oh, it's over.
Right?
It's over. Oh, it's over.
Right?
It's over. It's January 1st, which means it's February 1st.
What are the tricks we can plan ourselves to
Spire plus 174 equals 1515 equals 8th of January. All right, so 4/13/80, 39 years to the beginning of the first 42 months. The second 42 months only lasted 90 days. Will only last 90
Welcome
days.
to the show. How fast will this month go?
Oh, it's over.
Right?
It's over.
They just coded one day after 4/13/2019, and then she's saying it's over. It's because there's 333 days from 3/11/20, from 4/13/19 to 3/11/20, and then 1034 days to January 8th. Literally 1034 days. Literally, it's over.
It's over.
So she looks over at the spire and the 174, because that's a code for 8th of January, and then says it's over. It's 39 years equals 1367. There are 1367 days from the beginning of tribulation 4/13/80 to January 8, 2023. Okay.
It's January 1st, which means it's February 1st.
What are the tricks we can plan ourselves to prolong the buildup? Right?
Prolong the buildup of the beginning of the end?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Because
right.
if we call it over now, it is, and it does. Once we get to the teens of the month, it's over. And it does once we get to the teens of the month, it's over. The teens of the month, it's over.
So we have the first 42 months from April 13, 2019 to October 11, which was a heavily coded date by them. So there's only 90 days for the second half of the tribulation. 1034 equals it's over, and that's 3/11/20 to 1/8/23. That's why they're saying it's over. They're using a code symbolizing that time period. Okay, and then so there's only 90 days in the second half. And that's coded interestingly as well. End times shortened, coming to take the saved, 1983.
And it does once we get to the teens of the month, it's over.
90 days, second half of tribulation, 1983. End times shortened, coming to take the saved, 1983. 90 days, second half of tribulation, 1983.
The teens of the month, it's over.
The teens of the month, it's over, 1983. They coded that on the show. 90 days, second half of tribulation, 1983. So you can see it's coded, and it says that coming to take the saved. So only 90 days for the second half of tribulation. 90 days, second half of tribulation, 1983. That's a code that they used on the show, so they know. End time shortened, coming to take the saved, 1983. So the end times have been shortened.
Oh. It's so
Right?
Oh. It's so
Right?
Happy birthday, Doctor.
39 years old. 39 years old. 39 years
In prior videos, I showed how she coded, the scarf lady coded April 13. She mouthed cream backwards, and cream Nissan 19 was April 13 that year. She turned and looked at the pillar in that sequence, and Amud is pillar or post in Hebrew. It equals 517 in original Gematria. She turned and looked at it after mouthing cream. Backwards, might I add. So in those two ways, she coded April 13, as Nissan 19 is April 13, and Amud pillar equals 517 in original Hebrew Gematria, and April 13 equals 517 in Gematria. Next, I will be explaining the Virgo sign. Virgo, mother of Manchild, 1290. April 13, 1980, 1290. However, it's even more interesting than that. It's 39 years to the beginning of the 7-year tribulation, and then to 1/8/23 equals code 39 years. So it's 39 years, and then plus the Gematria for 39 years, which is 1367 days. So Virgo, mother of Manchild, equals 1290, which equals, now you know why we've been seeing them code that so much. Okay, so that equals 1290 as well. And so it's a code of 39 actual years plus the Gematria for 39 years. So it's 39 actual years and then 39 years in days of Gematria. So 39 years and then 39 years in days of Gematria. So 39 years equals 1367. So that's why we're seeing that so much. So you see 1/8/2023 from 4/13/2019 is 1367 days. 1367 equals 39 years. So now we know why they use symbology so simple as encapsulated in happy birthday, 39 years old, right? Because they're coding the Virgo sign. So there's a lot to the Virgo sign, and I will explain more soon. Virgo, mother of Manchild, equals that date, and that's why we keep seeing the entire Virgo sign started then. So I'm going to explain. Virgo, mother of Manchild, so that's the Revelation 12 sign. That's when it started. And that's why we kept seeing them code that. 1980 to the beginning of the tribulation. 2019. So there we have 39 years. Okay. If we then go from, first of all, let's take a look. 39 years equals 1367. If you've been watching my video, you remember Deborah Birx and Fauci saying 39 years old, saying happy birthday, and then saying coding everything having to do with April 13 codes, the pillar, and then not to mention the George Floyd fiasco, which was George Floyd simple equals 119. But this equals 103. Hold on. Okay, 103 equals yet another way that they coded April, because April is always the 103rd day of the year. All right, so April 13, 103rd day of the year. They coded April 13 in many, 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 many ways. So that's just one. And you remember when Fauci said 39 years old. Okay? So if someone was born in April 1980 and then 4/13/2019, and I showed you they've been coding 1980, 39 years. Okay. Ryan and Kelly go, when talking about the beginning of the end, they could prolong the buildup. That equals April 13, 1980, 1290. They used another code that equaled April 13, 1980. And then on one episode, I'll show you in a moment, black and white polka dotted dress she was wearing.
Oh, yes. It's Wednesday, December.
And then that equals April 13th, 1980, 1398, 1398. So look at this circularity, all right? And this is why they did this. April 13, 1980, if you're going to be 39 years in 2019, they also coded 2019, which is how I knew that it was in April, and among other ways. There's other ways I knew. So 39 years. So now look, if you take 4/13/2019 and go to 1/8/2023, then we find ourselves in a code that equals 39 years. You see the circularity of it? So 39 years. 1367. The entire Revelation 12 sign spans from Okay, so this is the Revelation 12 sign. So we have a total of 13,678 days. This equals Virgo, mother of Manchild. And then you see why they're coding that so much. Okay, so let me explain this better. All right. So this date equals the code Virgo, mother of Manchild. Okay.
Oh, yes.
The this is annoying. 39. And then she looks at the spire with the 174 window darkened equals January the 8th. And then she's wearing a black and white polka dot. So why? Is because that's 39. So 39 code, 39 year, 39 day code. 39 years plus 39 years and days, 1367 equals the New Jerusalem, as you will see.
Wednesday, December.
So again, her dress, she made that sound for the 39 code. Her dress, black and white polka dot, 1398 equals April 13th, 1980. 39 years plus Gematria for 39 years equals 1367 days. That equals January 8th, 2023. So the spire 174 equals 1515 equals the 8th of January. And so going to 9/23/2017, when we saw the sign in the heavens, it equals 13,678 days. And that equals Revelation 12, 1 and 2. appeared a great sign and wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, the moon under her feet, and a crown of 12 stars upon her head. And she, being with child, cried, travailing in birth, and pain to be delivered. So this is 1 and 2, but the rest of it reveals who the child is, and it says the man-child equals the exact number of days in between. Okay. And then on top of that, so if you go from 9/23/2017, when the actual sign, so the Gematria, it matches the sign. Okay. So 1934 days to January 8, 2023. And then that equals 1934, which equals birth, man-child, royal bloodline of Judah, 1934. And then Virgo, birth, man-child of David, 1934. So then we see, that it's over code.
It's over.
Right.
It's over.
Right.
So she's looking over at the spire, the 174. She's saying it's over. Why? Because the spire 174 equals 8th of January. 3/11/20 to 1/8/23, January 8, 2023 is 1034 days, which equals it's over. That's why she's saying that. In the background, the producer is whispering it's. Why? Because it's equals birth. 199, birth. They're talking about the birth of the man-child. As far as I can tell, the entire sign will be over on 1/8/2023, because when you calculate those number of days, it equals the New Jerusalem. So I'm thinking things will be wrapped up and officially it's over at that point. And that's what I'm hoping. I don't believe the code will go on any farther than that, but we may have to see if there's any additional days.
It's over. It's January 1st, which means it's February 1st.
What are the tricks we can plan ourselves?
January 1st, which means it's February 1st, 4158, a man-child who will rule the nations with a rod of iron. The producer whispered, it's. And then she motioned to the spire and the 174, which equals the 8th of January.
What are the tricks we can plan ourselves to prolong the buildup? Right?
Prolong the buildup of the beginning of the end.
The reason why they combined the April 13, 1980 code with beginning of the end is because it reveals January 8th, amazingly. Okay. April 13, 1980, the beginning of the end, all the way back then, 39 years ago and 39 days ago, equals 1,780. Okay. January 8, appointed. April 13, 1980, beginning of the end, equals January 8, appointed. 1780. Okay? So all we need to do is just add the appointed time to reveal to us what is meant, because we know about the appointed time, correct? So January 8, appointed time, 1924, reveals that Jesus returns to earth, 1924. I passed it. It's right there. Okay, so that is all revealed with that code, which is why they said that. That's all hidden in the code. April 13, 1980, beginning of the end. It equals January 8, appointed. If you just add time to it, it equals 1924. And that equals Jesus returns to earth. $10.34 equals it's over. So 3/11/20 to 1/8/23. It's over. He kept saying the whole month of December. The reason why is because she was coding this timeline as 3/11/20 to 1/8/2023 is 1034. It's over days. Watch. So it's 1034 from 3/11/20. You're going to have to look up what that date is if you don't know already. So this timeline, that they're giving hints of all of this because they do know this timeline.
I think the speakers are on mute or something around here.
Speakers aren't on.
I'll tell you what it was.
So we were just like.
No. What was Ed Gorfingers? No. What it was. No. What it was Ed Gorfingers? Wow, you look. What it was Ed.
9/23/17 to January 8th equals 1934. And she coded having a conversation. That equals 1934, okay? So 1934 days from the Revelation 12 sign to 1/8/23. Birth, Manchild, royal bloodline of Judah equals 1934. Virgo, birth, Manchild of David, 1934. Okay? So this is all about the man-child. So she said having a conversation after looking at the spire, after looking at the building, which equals 8th of January, like I showed you.
No. What it was Ed Gorfingers? Wow, you look. No. What it was Ed Gorfingers? Wow, you look.
Did Ryan code the Revelation 12 sign, since the numbers I just showed you had to do with the Revelation 12 sign? The 1934 that Kelly coded is 9/23/17 to 1/8/23. Yes, he did.
No. What it was Ed Gorfingers? Wow.
Walked by. I didn't know that was a word, Ryan. Equals she crying and pain, celestial sign 2017. 3735. Revelation 12 sign. Honest. Go read Revelation 12. She's crying in pain to be delivered.
No. What it was Ed Gorfingers?
Okay, again, that code equals she crying in pain, celestial sign 2017. What sign did we have in 2017? It was the Revelation sign on 9/23/2017. You see there's 1934 days until January 8th.
No. What it was Ed Gorfingers? Wow, you look.
So she coded the number of days from the Revelation 12 sign to 1/8/2023. He coded her crying in pain, celestial sign 2017. Look at the scripture. She was pregnant and crying in pain to be delivered. Revelation 12 sign is 1934 days from 9/23/17 to 1/8/23. So 9/23/2017 was a huge sign. But what's even more amazing is that, so if you add 13,678, so that's the code Virgo, mother of Manchild, equals that, which equals that, which is why they keep coding it. So you see here, total of 15,610 days. So that is the Revelation 12 sign, the Manchild verse, plus 1934 days, which is the code for birth, Manchild, royal bloodline of Judah, 1934 days. that equals New Jerusalem. So the New Jerusalem, 2089, 15,610 days, 2089. Okay, then from 4/13/1980 to the Revelation 12 sign 9/23/17, we have the entire verse, Revelation 12:1 and 2. Appeared a great sign and wonder in heaven, woman clothed with the sun, the moon under her feet. 9/23/17, we have 1934 days to January 8. 1934 equals birth, Manchild, royal bloodline of Judah. Okay, so my question is obviously they are coding 1/8/23 and having to do with the birth. See, 1934 days from the sign equals birth, Manchild, royal bloodline of Judah. My question is, does it go on any further? I don't think so. If I have time, it's January 4th. So I have a bunch of codes regarding what's possibly coming on January 8th. So I'll be working on that video, so just look out for it, okay? There's another video coming. But, okay, so my question is this the last end point? Or are we going to have another end point? I don't think so, because they coded this code as well on the show. Remember, they coded, just a moment, the teens of the month. It's over with Kelly looking very unhappy. So that equals end times shortened, coming to take the saved. In my next video, I'm going to have, they've been coding a lot, the code that the end times are shortened, but for the elect's sake, the days have been shortened code, and they've been coding that a lot. Okay, and I'm going to show you how it all works with the numerology. So, does it go on any longer than this? I don't think so, because look, they coded this with a very unhappy look on her face. The teens of the month, it's over, equals 1983. Okay. What does that equal? Equals end time shortened, coming to take the save. But what does that equal? It equals 90 days, second half of tribulation. So what that does is it verifies that the tribulation first half was April 13, 2019. Look at this code. All right, 4/13/29. So from April 13, 2019 to October 11, 2022 equals 7827. Two witnesses prophesy, are clothed in sackcloth, prophesy clothed in sackcloth days. This itself equals 1277, which equals 3.5 years, 42 months. First half of 7-year tribulation. All of this right here equals 7827, which equals from April 13, 2019 to October 11, 2022. Okay, there's just so many things pointing, saying that this is correct. So we have the 90 days only. See how the second half starts here. I have a code that says that, the second half, 5203. 666, the mark of the beast system, Barack Hussein Obama, Dajjal. Dajjal is the Muslim name for the one-eyed, right? And the two witnesses prophesy 42 months. And then that equals October 11, 2022. So there's just a lot of things where it just keeps yelling. It's just yelling and screaming the same thing. So this code is really quite telling. End times shortened, coming to the save equals 90 days, second half of tribulation. So the second half of the tribulation, only 90 days. So if you count from October 11, which was coded, mind you, many ways. I'll remind you. Derek Chauvin equals October 11. October 11 equals 8:46 in English. Remember the 8 minutes and 46 seconds. They coded the beginning of the tribulation with the George Floyd incident because George Floyd equals 634. 103 equals 634. April 13 is the 103rd day of the year. And then simple gematria for George Floyd equals 119. That equaled April 13 in 2022. So do you see how they coded the entire time span of 1277 by coding the beginning date and the end date of the first 42 months? And gematria tells us, it's also saying, yes, this was it, right? But there's also the days have been shortened code, which I'm going to be covering more if I have time, but I'll be working on it. I've edited a lot, so I think I'll be able to get it out. Okay, and then look at this. This is even just more. If you add Virgo to it, because this is the Virgo sign, 9/23/2017, Virgo sign. We saw that in the heavens, that it was actually Virgo, okay? So that's why I put Virgo. Virgo, 42 years, 8 months, 26 days, equals 5994. So that is this entire span all the way to January 8th. Okay. So that is 42 years, 8 months, 26 days. 5994 equals, so shall it be at the end of the world. The angels shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just. That's amazing. Here, I put this. This is a typo. This is 42 years. Okay, so 42 years, 8 months, 26 days. 15,610 days. Now look at this. 15,610 days. 2089. Guess what that equals? The New Jerusalem. So we have the Revelation 12 sign. Here, Revelation 12, 1 and 2. Let's look at it. There appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she, being with child, cried, travailing in pain to be delivered. Look how perfect this is. 13,678 is the amount of days from April 13, 1980 to 9/23/17. I have found 4 different ways that Ryan and Kelly have coded April 13, 1980 on their show. Okay? They do it all the time because they're talking about this Venus, the Virgo sign that started in 1980. If anyone can see the heavens, knows how to use that program, I'd love to see what the sky looks like. Okay? Now, this is perfect. Look, appeared a great sign and wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, the moon under her feet, and a crown of 12 stars upon her head. And she, being with child, cried, travailing in birth, and pained to be delivered. That part is Revelation 12, 1 and 2. And then plus the Manchild equals 13,678. Which is April 13, 1980, to that amazing and yes, very important sign in the heavens. It equals 13,678 678. How accurate can you get? And then on top of it, so it stops here, and then we go to January 8, so 9/23/17 to January 8, 2023. We have a total of 1934 days. We saw them code that on the show, didn't we? Looked at the building, which had windows darkened 1, 7, and 4. And then the spire. Spire plus 174 equals 1515, which equals 8th of January. She looks over at the building, and then she states, just having a conversation. And that phrase was equaled 1934. They're literally like coding all of the stuff in here. Like Ryan coded here, just a moment. It's really ridiculous what he tried to pass off as English. This is not English, but let's listen. Hold on a second. So she says having a conversation while looking at this code equals 8th of January. 174 spire equals 1515, which equals the 8th of January. She looks at that and says, just having a conversation. That phrase, I think it's having a conversation, whatever, equaled 1934. How specific? Having a conversation, 1934. Wow, that just happens to be the exact amount of times from the 9/23 sign to January 8th. Now we know why they were coding December 26th so much. Because they were hiding January 8th. But so 1934, having a conversation, 1934. And then Ryan confirms, yes, they are coding the sign. Watch.
No, what was Ed Scorpion's? Wow, you look. No, what was Ed Scorpion's?
Okay, guact. Alright, that's not a word, but obviously they do these for codes. Okay, no, what was Ed guacked by and goes equals 3735. That equals she, crying in pain, celestial sign, 2017. He's talking about the 9/23/2017 sign. He was confirming that they're coding 1934 days, the code that she just used. And so look, they're coding this right here, all of this. Her looking at the windows and the spire equals 8th of January. And then he made a ridiculous non-English guacked, that phrase of his equaled she crying in pain, celestial sign. She crying in pain, celestial sign, 2017. I mean, it's all there. They've been coding all of these different timelines, time frames, number of days. So we have Revelation 12:1 and 2 is from 4/13/1980 to the Revelation 12 sign on 9/23/17. The exact verse of Revelation 12:1 and 2 plus the Manchild, amazingly, is 13,678 days. And that's how many days are between April 13 and 1980 and 9/23/17. Guess what? I mean, it's all just so perfect. Virgo, mother of Manchild, 1290. April 13, 1980. I'd love to look what this. Someone please find what the sky looked like on April 13, 1980, please. And then on top of it, so then we have 1934 days to January 8th. And then that's 1934. We saw them coding that. Birth, Manchild, royal bloodline of Judah. Virgo birth man-child of David. So we have the pregnancy and then we have the birth. Okay? So she was pregnant right here because, so they did the, here's 333 from the beginning of the cherub 4:13:19 to 3:11:20 equals 333 days. Okay? They put 333 on either side. There was an exercise 5:15:18. That equals 333. So they did on either side to mark this out. But 333 equals pregnant. Okay, so she was pregnant. I mean, it's all there. And it was a plan of God. 9/23/2017 to the exercise equals 234, which equals man, child, lion, or equals the plan. So God has a plan that he is working out with this, okay? And so what's just so incredible to me is this code is Virgo plus how 42 years, 8 months, 26 days. We saw that was the length, right? And it says, so shall it be at the end of the world. The angels shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just. 5994. Virgo, 42 years, 8 months, 26 days. 5994. That's exact 15,610 days, all the way to 1/8. That equals 42 months, 42 years, 8 months, 26 days, okay? It equals 15,610 days. This is amazing as well. The New Jerusalem, 2089. 15,610 days, 2089. I have another video I'm going to try to get out soon, and it's amazing the codes that have to do with 1367, and because the 1367 is this time frame from 4/13/19, the beginning of the tribulation, to January 8th. There's a lot of amazing codes that I'd like you guys to see if I have time, and I think I do because I have most of it already edited. So just look out for that. And God bless you guys. I hope that this is the end cap and there's nothing past this. But this is absolutely the sign of Virgo, the complete sign. I really believe it is the complete sign on January 8th.